Okay, I guess this is my final video on the wiring here on this Snowdogg. Okay, what I've done here is I've connected the red and white wire that I believe that comes from the controller. Anyway, someone put a red wire on it, added on here, and then I've got it going to the gray wire here over by the relay box, and I've got this the gray wire with the black stripe. I guess that goes to nothing, so I'm just going to leave that unhooked. The rest of these are grounded. The white, black, the orange, them are both grounded for this GM truck. This is what I'm going with. It seems to be working okay. Second thing is my straight mode wouldn't work, and I have done some testing. You're supposed to test when the straight mode don't work. You test in the S8 coil, which is this one right here, I guess, this big one. It's got the blue wire. Actually, it's blue and black coming off from it, and that goes to this plug-in right here, and then that goes to the module right there. Okay, so first thing you're supposed to do is test to see if you're getting power to this S8 coil. I did that. I wasn't getting any power, so I started looking at this plug, because this is the blue and black wire goes to this plug, and I found that this plug was loose. It wasn't plugged in all the way, and it kind of just fell off when I was looking at it. So as soon as I pushed that in far enough to make contact with all those pins in there, I have straight mode now. So that was a pretty easy fix. Not sure why this seems to be hard to get this to go plug in all the way. There is a lock on it, but it seems like the lock won't engage, but that's probably why it slid off. Anyway, I'm going to push that all the way in and get it to lock, or maybe even tape it up to keep it from falling out again. I'm not really impressed with all this wiring that's done under here. Kind of looks like a backyard mechanic put this together, but I guess if it holds up here, I'll be happy with it. Just to let everybody know, I had a heck of a time getting this thing to plug in and lock. I had to play with the pins, keep bending them up to get them to plug in fully. It looks to me like right from the factory this has never been plugged in very good. I had to push the little plastic thing in here back farther to allow this to go forward and align the pin. I had to play with the pins for a long time to get them to finally go into the right holes and push in all the way and lock. So it's in, it's locked now, so it should never come out. So I'm pretty happy that I got my straight mode working. I'll show you guys how that works in another video. When I'm going to show the controller and how that works and how the plow moves. I'll do a video on that shortly. Okay, after hooking this red and white wire up to this gray wire, and then I played with my controller a little bit, it blew the fuse out going to my controller. So this red and white wire somehow has something to do with the power wire going to the controller. So right now I just have it unhooked and everything's working. So I've got this gray wire and the gray wire with the black stripe hooked together, which is the way the plow came, or which is the way the harness came. But I thought with the GM you're supposed to switch that around, or you're supposed to hook the red white wire to the gray wire, and I don't know. Right now the way I have it wired up, it's working now. So if someone knows something else that I don't know or something, they can let me know. But right now I'm just leaving the red white wire unhooked. There was a guy on Plow Site that said this red white wire has to go to the gray wire, but he had a straight blade, so I'm not sure if the straight blades are different than the V's or what, but it's working now the way I got it hooked up. So I'm just gonna leave it that way unless something goes wrong here, but that's the way I'm leaving it. Okay, getting ready to raise my lights up a little bit, and this is what I do. They're almost right where I want them. They just need to go up a little more. So what I do is I turn them on here. I mark where they're at with a piece of tape. Then I'll loosen the studs and just raise them up slightly. So I actually have a usable light that I can use while driving down the road. Now these are the low beams I'm using. Like I said, the high beams seem to be pretty worthless for these lights. So that's what I'm doing here. One gripe here is I'm not sure why them studs have to be that long. I mean, do they want the corrosion to corrode them and then you break your lights off and then you got to buy new ones, or what? This only needs to stick out slightly past this nut here. So I'm not sure what that's about, but so I'm going to loosen the stud on one of these and raise the light up. Just put a little blaster on the threads here, just to help if there's any corrosion on the threads to not cause me trouble loosen them up. I'm going to aim them up slightly a little higher than I want them to sit, because when I go to tighten them back down, it's going to come down. Okay, there we go. You can see I brought the other one up so it's pretty much level with the other side, because it was lower. It was lower by quite a bit. So I brought them both up. See how this does. This should be about right where I want them. And like I said, probably going to do an HID upgrade on the high beams because they seem to me pretty much worthless. Maybe aimed up a little bit more. The high beams will actually work better, but we'll see. And if I do the upgrade, I'll show you how I do it. And that's I guess that's it for this plow. For now, should be ready to push snow. Thought I was going to push some snow today, but the snowstorm never happened. So I guess midweek they're calling for something. Maybe I'll be able to push some then. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.